grip. Hit her with the hammer time, too legit to quit. Keep bouncing, girl, keep bouncing. Keep bouncing, girl, keep bouncing. Keep bouncing, girl, keep bouncing. Keep bouncing, keep bouncing. Jump, 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 jump. The Mac Daddy make it hard. Jump, 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 jump. The Mac Daddy make it hard. 88 bunny, 88 bunny. 88 bunny, 88 bunny. 88 bunny, 88 bunny. I make a bounce on those. Got ice over here, man. I gotta clean. I just cleaned up. Nigga here, you blocking everything. Fucking abominable snowman ass nigga. The fuck is you? Just there. I'm trying to start this up, make it look professional and shit. You are you good? Oh, it's always a episode with Mr. 103. It's always an episode 103 there. Okay. All right. How you doing?
Good.
How you doing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's how we do it. Jesus fucking Christ. I ain't used to doing afternoon episodes. Hi.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
Nothing much and a lot at the same time.
Nothing much and a lot at the same time.
Yeah.
We totally get that.
Okay, well,
I totally understand.
So, and I'm going to start this up. It took me a minute. He had told me about you prior, like maybe a couple months ago, so something like that, and
maybe longer than that,
a little bit longer than that, maybe. And then I went through some of your info. I was like, okay, so she runs a magazine. It's Roq. It's Roq magazine with a Q.
With a Q.
With a Q. I was like, oh, okay, I see it.
So different, right?
Nah, because at first I put that C. I said, oh shit, I made a mistake. So made a mistake.
Yeah.
So you're Rae, right?
I'm Rae.
Rae.
Yeah.
And you're from the town?
Yeah, I'm from Bergen County, you know.
That's how everybody say it when they from Bergen County.
Right.
You know, from Bergen County.
Yeah.
Like it's great, but it's like, yeah.
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 I mean, you know, it's hard to leave, you know.
It's a port town.
Hard to leave, hard to stay.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a port, so you could go somewhere else, do something else type feel, I think.
And come right back. Yeah.
Yeah. Keep your family over there and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
The money's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the money stay here. We're right. We the suburb for New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. People don't see it
15
like
minutes away.
So. Not even. Well, depending. Yeah.
Yeah.
10, 2.
Depending on where you at.
Right.
Depending on where you at.
Far.
Right. So,
all right. Yeah. So, all right. And my co-host with the most, always not rolling up, always not smoking up that.
It's too early today. You know, but we here though. Definitely here.
103. He returned.
Yeah, I'm back, man. I've been going. You know, it's been a lot going on.
It's been a lot.
Traveling.
Yeah.
A lot, but we back, y'all. So.
Pancho Villa, as I call him. Yeah, I want to know how much this Supreme Poncho costs. You know what I'm saying? Anything over $40 is thievery, okay? I
don't know. I got a few of these. So,
yeah. They just put Supreme on there and sold that shit to you. Yeah, that's made for 2 cents in some kind of native area with kids with no limbs making that shit.
I hope not.
I think so, though. You know what I mean?
No limbs is crazy.
Yeah, so hey, people could do a lot with less.
I know I've seen.
Yeah, so I'm just saying. I'm just taking it to that point. This is how we get down. Just you know, we just cool out and shit. All right, you know, so we back, another episode, of course. You know what I mean? Special guest, co-host back. So just like we started all the time, this is the unstoppable, uncomparable, undeniable, almighty like the goddamn Avengers, AWP Attention Horse Podcast, episode 546. It's the Roq, baby. Cheer. And with us, we have a special guest. Rae, is that all I call you?
Rae Roq, Rae.
Rae Roq, Rae. Okay.
Roq in the building.
Rae Roq. I like Rae Roq.
Yeah.
Okay. So is Roq part of your actual name?
No.
I don't have to know your government. I just say
No. Well, my name can mean rock. So yeah.
Oh, Rae.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Rachel. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Rock for sure.
Right.
Right.
Okay. So that's what you kind of got that.
Yeah.
All right. And you said you're from the town.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What? All right. So you said you went to the elementary schools in Teaneck,
Mm-hmm.
and then you went to Hackensack for high school.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. What year span? You don't have to be too.
I graduated from Hackensack High in 2008.
8? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was a 10-year difference between me and you. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's probably around the same.
Yeah, because my grade is 02.
Oh, okay. So you're a little closer to me. You're a little closer to me. Okay. So I was trying to see if I knew maybe somebody that.
Wow, I didn't realize there was such a difference in the
I know.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. There's a difference, but I know I know all my people are younger than me. Like I know my grades and little grades, a couple of them.
I mean, with me, it's different. Like as far as the younger grades, I won't know them too much unless somebody got a younger brother or a younger sister.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And then you win a lot. So all right, you coming up in the town.
Mm-hmm.
What got you inspired? Because did it start with you starting the rock magazine, or like was that the thing you went? Like when I was in high school, I was rapping. I was a rapper. The Elmo, all these songs, all this shit is from a rapper's mind. This is MC shit. All right. So I was I was always on some creative shit. I needed to do something where I was in the center somehow and be able to expose my talents.
Yeah.
How did you come up in that type of?
Well, growing up, I kind of grew up around the music business.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Like my father and his business partner actually discovered Anthony Hamilton.
Oh
wow.
Yeah, so I remember like my first time being in the studio, I was like 6 or 7. Mm-hmm. And my dad had like a writer write me, my 2 brothers bars, and we were like,
oh, okay, you
so
getting in the stew real
yeah,
quick.
so,
early.
Yeah. So and my dad, another one of his business partners, and some of the guys from the Locks, they also started like D Block. Mm-hmm. So I've been always like around music, so that's just like my dad's side of the music thing. And then like on my mom's side, one of my uncles, he was actually like Bob Marley's manager.
Shit.
So yeah, so like
you were definitely born into it.
Yeah,
so Jamaicans has Jamaican lineage, of course. Okay,
yeah.
so yeah, he was all right.
So like my cousin, his daughter, like she was always around like Queen Latifah and like Kimora and all that stuff.
You was just raised around it.
Yeah, so when I grew up around it, but I never desired fame.
Okay.
For some
more
reason.
Of a background person.
Yes, yeah. And then like being around celebrities, I saw like from a kid, I'm like, they're just people.
Right. You for the magazine, you have like a podcast aspect or interview aspect.
Yes.
I noticed you had the Vlad type of thing where the guest is there and you're in the background, right?
Yeah, like sometimes I do get on the camera, not a lot. Mm-hmm. But yeah, when I started Roq, it was 2009. It was like my freshman year of college.
Okay.
And I basically like I just had the blog. I used to like type up the stories and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay.
So then I interviewed people like with a voice recorder, like, and I would type it up and transcribe it. And at that time I was writing for the Suburbanite too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I would write for like all the like local towns, like Fort Lee, Teaneck, everything.
Wow, she's a writer.
Yeah.
Journalist.
So I started with that. And after a while, I kind of took a little break from Roq. I don't know if I kind of got jaded.
This is what in the like 2010s.
This was like
12, 15,
maybe like 2004,
15.
Like maybe between like, I don't know, like maybe 2017 or something like
before
that.
The pandemic.
Yeah, like I took a little bit of a break because I was just like not excited by it anymore.
It wasn't that. It didn't give you that.
Yeah. But then I started to do it like video. So I would do my interviews like mostly through video. So I would do like video interviews. And then I started to put an aspect where I had like people doing performances. And now the performances have like evolved to like looking like music videos right now. So I guess that's just me digging into my little like Gemini creativity or whatever. So yeah, it's just kind of evolving. It's been like more of a hobby for me, like an outlet for me, you know. So yeah, that's kind of how it evolved.
So it starts from that. So where you're at now, because it's like you have it's a visual magazine, right? It was a magazine Is it still like? Can you get a physical at some point or
no? It was always like an online.
It was like a blog.
Digital. Okay, it was always digital. So I would consider it like a digital platform. Like
and with that you have the performances. You have the like maybe a short or straight to the point interview of some kind. And anything else that goes with that package.
Just those two things. Like when I work with artists, is I'm usually like, okay, it's going to be an interview and a performance. And however the performance ends up is however I'm feeling. Like if I'm like, I have an idea, and I always have an idea. So
your idea.
Yeah. So like it's just I get in my little creative bag with it, and that's how it is.
That always works.
Is that how you found it? Did you know him prior to him being a part of your magazine?
I connected with Shane like years ago through Leah.
It was through Leah?
Through Leah, like when I first started.
Wow, because I remember you like really heavy on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's my main memory of Roq Magazine, like Twitter heavy.
Yeah, I think it was through Leah.
2010, like that time was when Twitter was really, really big. But wait, it was through Leonetta?
I believe so. That's what I recall in my mind. It was I've known you for a long time.
Wow, that's crazy because I was actually the first one to put Leonetta in the studio.
Yeah, she was my first interview.
Really?
My very first interview, yeah.
That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah. And we were always saying like, we gotta work, and we worked. Yeah, and I feel like Shane's interview was when I was still print. I think I typed it up. It's like probably still on the website. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that was a dope interview.
And we did a photo shoot downtown.
That was so dope.
Yeah. Got some good pictures.
That was so dope.
Yeah.
So you just started, this was your thing. You wanted to you was like, they're regular people, but I'm going to showcase them. And is this like more up? Is this a mix between up and coming and people that are already in the business like that?
Yes, it is a mix. But for me, I just got tired of like listening to like, because I feel like there's so much talent like here.
Oh yeah.
And there's so many people that are like so good. So I was just like, I want to focus on that because I'm more of like a real person. I don't really care for like the Hollywood,
the whole show
stuff.
of it. The whole show.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why I like kind of do focus on like that mixture.
That's kind of how I started when I started doing guests. I was like, I know everybody kind of in the entertainment business. I've been mostly in the underground field and some of the commercial field here and there. So people I came up with, people that I know that's in the business, that I could reach out to. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to have SNS is supposed to come before his album project drops in July 4th.
Nice.
So I already talked to him. Like it's like people I know since they was kids and younger, like just doing shows and stuff. So it's kind of parallel on how you. So what happened? Why I ain't never get a call? I wasn't good enough. What the fuck? Like I never get a Roq magazine. I never hear. Like
I'm just meeting
you now. Not just you. I'm just playing. All the Jersey magazines that I know, like We Are Jersey and like those type of groups. Y'all never ever once said, yo, that guy right there, maybe I wasn't doing too much or I wasn't in the spectrum.
Sometimes you gotta reach out. I'm gonna be so honest with you, bro. Twitter was the ultimate network at that time. Like before Instagram, like I feel like Twitter kind of just reverted into the Instagram. All like a lot of my followers and stuff, and
It's
people
from Twitter.
from Twitter from
Right.
so long ago.
I never had good movement on Twitter because it was like it's kind of to me Twitter is kind of like TikTok in the aspect. Even though I'm on TikTok, you gotta always be on it and always have something active on it to really bring that presence in.
Not necessarily. I mean, I just feel like everybody's there, and you kind of just reach out to who you want to reach out, and just you can promote your stuff and stuff, but it's just everybody's there. It's easy to just contact somebody and figure it out.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. More, I was a little bit more keen on the Instagram, how I started everything,
Right.
but I still use it from time to time. But yeah,
Instagram is more prevalent now.
Oh yeah, because you want pictures and videos,
it's
whatever.
the ultimate networking.
They want people want to see it. They can hear it. There's people that want to hear it, but visual and hearable situations, is always it'll get your attention. You know what I mean? I'm more a visual guy. Like I'm used to that. I'm used to performing. I'm used to doing videos. I'm used to. Hey, here's my thing. You know what I mean? This is my situation. You know what I mean? Like this is what I'm presenting and shit like that.
Right, so.
All right, so that's like how the Roq magazine started. So you took that time off around 15, 17-ish time. Did you get back to it right before the pandemic, or what happened going into the pandemic?
Yeah, I was actually starting it up again. And then the pandemic hit, and I had to
you were starting it up.
and I had to like stop and revert, and I was like, oh boy. And I was doing like virtual interviews. We did a virtual interview on live and everything like that. But yeah, and I was just like, man, I was ready to start again. So like when it finished, I jumped right back into it, but like completely different.
Completely. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the completely different? Like what makes it completely different? I
took the visuals in the interviews to like a different,
the different point.
Right.
So you wasn't say you wasn't like pushing it as much or putting that much sauce on it for it to get to where it is now?
No, I would just say just my way of doing things, because I never did performances. I would never tell an artist to perform.
Performance. I have that mic there just for that.
Yeah.
I added that to the thing. Like fuck it. Like I did a video here where I did the Elmo video. I was performing to that mic. So I said that mic here. So I just hooked it up and was like, okay, I could video edit it as I please.
Yeah.
And, give because it's all about the scary. It's not scary, but the honest thing about it is it ain't even about the music no more. It's not. Let's be 100. It's not about the music. It's about the music is more of a ladder to get you to a different platform to showcase something else you can. So it comes like a bundle. You could get the music, you could get the clothing, you could get the podcast, you could get this, that, and the third package. All together. You know what I mean? That's what it's becoming because the music itself, because it's so saturated, everybody's doing it. Like when I was talking to Cino yesterday, I was like, when we were in high school rapping, it was a handful of motherfuckers rapping. A handful, a very small handful. And nobody really produced. Like you would have to get a sampler to produce. Now you go to a school, the whole school raps. If not, they do some kind of musical aspect. The phone is right there. With the phone, you become your own superstar.
Right.
Hey, I'm here, I'm there, I'm eating this, I'm doing this. So that's why it's not even like LimeWire where you just robbing it. It's just here.
Man.
It's for free. Yeah, you remember LimeWire, dude.
Right. Yeah.
You thought
it's not like that anymore.
I got the new show. I'm about to go.
I mean, things, with time, things change,
and evolve.
Evolve definitely a lot. So, just like you said, from before LimeWire days to LimeWire to now,
Napster.
Social media.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now it's streaming. Now really it's TikTok.
With Stream University. And yo. You really gotta stay up all night for that. To think about it. You mean to tell me this nigga made millions upon millions by having a video on all night and taping motherfuckers spend the night at your house?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was That was a build up though. It was something he was doing stuff before that led to that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That build up to where he
But
could do that.
okay.
A lot of people are just on Twitch. Again, that goes back to Twitter because that's why I see a lot of the twitching, people streaming online, and they build
the
up
gaming
audience.
comes out of that.
The gaming, and then you incorporate music within that too because while you was gaming, you got music playing.
Right.
It's a lot, bro.
Yeah.
It's really a lot.
You just gotta have that time and that effort to put into it.
For sure.
To really get to that point.
And stay consistent.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you said you did blogging kind of was like the start kind of it. How do you see like this, like podcasting now? Like, is it like a visual blog kind of almost?
Similar. Yeah.
Like what they would call a vlog, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, like kind of.
But it's just taking it. I always say podcasting. Well, the original podcasting is all audio, right? And it's just AM radio without any rules for the most part. You know what I mean? Now it just became more of a visual aspect, but now everyone's doing it. So do you feel like in certain aspect, because you have like, well, you always did the interview part, but because you're creative, right? And you added the performance to it, do you feel like you also have to keep up with it with these podcasts here, or no? That's not the field because you're promoting just the magazine itself, right?
Well, I feel like podcasting is always a good thing. I've had one interview that was kind of like a podcast, my interview with Mike Zombie.
Oh, I have him down there.
Yeah. So that was actually
Jersey.
He's from Jersey. That was actually, I guess, because of the studio I picked, it had like the whole podcast setup. I'm like, oh well, this is perfect. You know. So so I did one podcast type interview, and I think podcasting is like a good outlet. You know, it's definitely
it's becoming kind of the news kind, depending on the podcast and who you go to for what information.
It's the main source. It kind of is the main source right now.
Yeah, it is.
That and streaming, I guess. But you gotta. Do you think streaming has an age limit right now?
Personally, yes, I do. Because I don't think like grown people are really gonna be tuning into
unless you Kevin Hart, because Kevin Hart could.
But he's doing that because he understands
and it makes
numbers.
him, and also it makes him even more relevant as a comedian right now.
Yeah, exactly. He understands the numbers, and that young man Kai, his numbers are like crazy. So it's like it's a numbers game, and that's why all these celebrities, they know they'd rather go on Kai's stream than go on like
TORY.
Ellen's show or something like that.
Right.
You know,
you used to dance at the Ellen show. You used to get a little jigging.
Yeah, because you're getting a way broader audience with streaming, like all over the world.
It's
like
worldwide.
Millions.
Yeah, it's
rather
worldwide.
than being on like the Jennifer Hudson show. You know, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. I like
it has a certain market,
but, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's for like a older target market.
Yeah, the only way that would become more visual is if it becomes viral and then it's online.
Right.
And everybody goes on to
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man. Podcasting is the new wave. Streaming is the new wave.
Yeah.
If you're under 35, maybe. For the most
part. I mean, I don't think there's an age limit. It just
no. I'm just saying the majority of them are younger.
Yeah,
they have
the ones that are doing
really
the biggest numbers are like younger.
I think because they started earlier.
Probably.
You know,
they came up in
at a good time, and it also that generation they
it's nothing
they
new.
Do.
Yeah,
they support each other.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
like when I came up making the beats off of a fucking video game, niggas thought I was crazy for it, but then it was like it could be a market for that.
I'm pretty sure that there was a market for it.
It's just no one pushed it because it wasn't very so little, and then I would have had to make enough noise.
I don't think it was enough. It wasn't enough outlets like it is now to put it out there at that time.
That's true too.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true too. You would have to come to somebody that gets it and wants to put their money into everything like that, shit like that.
Yeah, I feel like with streaming, like once someone builds the fan base, those fans pay like a monthly subscription.
Mm.
So that's like whether they tune in or not, it's guaranteed for them.
Guaranteed
And
money.
because they subscribe, they are gonna tune in.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
it's kind of like Zeus Network. Like I don't really care for some of the shows on there because it's just too violent.
Too
It's like a lot of ratchet.
But his business plan, the way that he organized
Violence sells.
It works.
All this ignorant
it's selling,
shit sells.
and I mean, his subscription's what, $6 a month, and whoever he's marketing,
6 times 12 is what? 672. I think I'm 72. I think it's 72. So that's $72 a year.
Yeah.
No, not $72 a year. It can't be that. Yeah.
per yeah, but he has like, if you have millions of people giving you $6,
I know.
That shit adds up.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, for what you're paying for, I guess it's not breaking your pocket, but it's giving a lot.
Exactly.
To his.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and whoever they're marketing it towards could probably, afford a little $6.
Definitely $6.
You know, so it's just like it's just different ways of going about things, I guess.
Yeah, that shit is true.
So yeah.
So what is your? So now you've had the magazine for over a decade, right?
Mm-hmm.
Start 09, 08,
09.
09. So you've had it for 16 years, right?
At this point, yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations for that. That's a long time.
Yeah.
So you asked me how long I've been doing. That's 5 years.
Yeah.
Well, 5 years this November, but 5 years. Damn.
Yeah.
Right?
So you've had your ups and downs as
Yeah.
far as it generating and it not generating it from time to time and shit like that.
Yeah, and for me, I never made it like my end all be all. Like I really do it because this is what I love to do. Like I enjoy doing it.
Okay.
Like,
So this is not everything you're doing, but this is
right.
This is the hobby that it's still a business, but this is the hobby that became a business.
Right.
Yeah, right. And then you have to have other incomes coming in and shit like that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, cool. But this is the one that, all right, we go on there. So with artists, you said you set up a studio for Mike you had a studio for Mike Zombie. So you didn't go to his studio.
No.
So you set up locations and okay.
Yeah. Typically, I guess depending on the look I'm going for, I do get a studio. Zombie, he actually lives in LA, but he told me like when he was gonna be in Jersey. He's from like, South Jersey by like Philly. So I found
Camden area.
Like that area, kind of. Not Camden though.
But I got you. I know, but I was just getting the point.
Yeah, that area.
Geographically, down that way. Yeah. Down that way by Atlantic City, maybe.
Atlantic City's a little.
Atlantic City is not the.
It's not close to Philly though.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's closer to Camden. Yeah, because Camden and Philly is like next to each other. So so I found a studio there. He had like a little release party before that, and then there was we did the interview the next day.
Okay.
So yeah.
So every place you're making sure your magazines have a certain look. You already have the idea when you have the artist down.
Yeah, I have sort of an idea because I like to really freestyle whatever. Like,
got you.
His performance is like the first performance that came out looking like a music video.
Okay.
And I saw
because he's an artist. He was an artist before he got popping with the beats. I think he was rapping.
He always did both. He always did both. But he got on with the beats, like his first.
With the I'm from the Drake song.
Yeah, started from the bottom.
From the bottom.
He's actually
did that beat.
Yeah, that was his beat, and he got the sample. When I heard, I was like, I know that sample.
He also
It's from one of those mood CDs. Those mood CDs and shit. You've never seen those mood CDs people use to go to sleep and shit.
Yeah, and
that's fire.
He also did like "They Don't Love Me No More"
by
DJ Khaled and stuff like that. So
he got big hits under the belt.
He's got lots of hits.
Yeah, nice.
So he
So okay. So where you at now with it? Like, is there anything that you are looking to add to how you do your process, or you just think continuing it, being as consistent as possible? Is it anywhere in that spectrum?
I kind of want to keep it the way it is, but I feel like the creative side of me wants to definitely get more into the visuals, the music videos, like
That aspect of it, making it
yeah.
more like a Mike Zombie thing, or like performance thing, like when you
What?
said that, like make it pop more.
Yeah, because I did another interview and a performance with another Jersey artist. Her name is Benny Blanca.
Benny Blanca. Okay.
Her performance looks like a total music video.
Okay.
And that was kind of the look that I was going for. Um, even though it's a performance, and I don't want to take away from the music video that her and her team put out.
Right.
But I have ideas. You know,
Yeah.
I have ideas, and if the artist is there, so like, I found she's from Jersey City. I go to Jersey City all the time. I love Jersey City. Like
Right.
that's
West
one of my
Side, Communipaw. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I had time down there.
yeah. I actually used to work at the Urban League on Martin Luther King
Oh yeah,
Boulevard.
I've been out there. I was down there when
That's the hood,
It's the
right?
Wild
it's a
Wild
hood.
West
It's a
out
hood.
there.
I was in a bar. I was in a bar of Martin Luther King. They was serving me moonshine and shit under the counter and shit.
Yeah,
Hell
it's the
yeah.
Wild
Hell yeah,
Wild
Jersey City.
West. Like
I
you
was
could
there with-
still get a butter roll and a coffee for $1.50.
Well, I know the
there.
gentrifying. I know the gentrifying. I was there when
They
Douglas,
are,
the
but
Douglas
Martin
Projects
Luther
was
King
up.
is not. I mean, they're making the
Not
places
Douglas,
look
Not
nice.
Duncan, my bad.
They're making like
Mixed your hood with his.
yeah. They renovating like stuff, but it's still Wild West.
Yeah, it's gonna take
But
a while.
yeah, it's gonna take a
They gotta do
minute.
it inside out.
They
Yeah.
like gentrifying it on the outside, the outskirts. Is it the outskirts mostly?
So like closer to the water by like Hoboken, where I like to party.
Oh yeah,
at,
but Hoboken, yeah.
That's like nice. Like that's very nice.
That was kind of nice back then too. It wasn't too off. It wasn't.
And
too
then
off.
the height
They had
is
all
not
those
bad.
warehouses.
Yeah,
in
they
Hoboken.
do.
They made them. They loft, so something like that.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
They should be. Because I
Yeah.
remember I was in one of them things like, damn, they got mad space. There's a lot of money down there.
Yeah, Hoboken got some bread.
There's a lot of freaking money
for
down.
Benny Blanca, I got there's a multi-set studio. Shout out to Jess, Abstract Studios in Jersey City.
Okay.
She created like a multi-set studio with like 5 different rooms.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked out the 2 that I liked for the performance. I shot her interview in the 3rd one.
Mm-hmm.
So like her visual has so many different looks, but it's in one place. And I want to like kind of continue to do stuff like that, you know?
Okay.
So yeah, I just really want to expand on like the creative
aspect
of
it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's in the future.
Yeah.
Also your brand.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm very heavy on branding and trying to my mind goes into marketing.
Yeah. My brand, I have a lot of things that I want to do with that in the future. I'm definitely gonna get back into writing though. I think by the end of the year I'll release 2 books.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
A urban novel that I wrote in middle school actually that one of my friends came up like I ran
nowhere and said something about
she was like, "Do you still have that book?" Because I wrote this novel and I passed it around and all the girls was reading it.
What, high school?
Middle school.
Middle school
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yes. And I ran into one of my friends from middle school like around Christmas time. She was like, "You still have that book?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Can I read it?" And I'm like, "You know what? I should actually
put it out."
Yeah.
I want to know what you was writing about in middle school. Like how
was a crazy book.
What happened?
It was a crazy book. It was like
for them to still be asking about it. It's gotta be crazy.
Yeah, it was like a girl from the hood, and then she got pregnant, and then she ran away from home.
Okay.
And then she became a stripper.
Oh, your mind was on.
I was like 14.
That's like exactly what was going on.
Yeah, where you get your inspiration from, girl? What's going on?
I don't know. I just had a creative mind because
Middle school.
Right.
This is.
I was just sitting at home.
No, but you know
Yeah.
what though? It's usually around that time though where your mind is really, really like from the time of 9 to like from 9
Yeah.
all the way through middle school. That's when your creative juices are really, really going.
And then I used to
Especially
watch
as
a
a
lot
writer.
of HBO and stuff.
Oh yeah,
so
that
you
helped.
know.
That
You was watching.
That
so,
definitely
so I
helped.
got
You was
creative.
watching Cinemax and all that
Yeah.
other shit.
And I was like,
Squiggly lines and shit. That's what she was watching. Spice Channel.
I was just like, I think I want to like edit it
Right.
and put it out.
I think so.
I definitely plan to do that.
I think you should. What's the name of the book?
It was called Breathe, but I might change it to something else. So I was gonna release that as Rae Roq, and then I was gonna release a children's book under my name because I want to separate
Absolutely.
the
Who's
brands.
who to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to separate that. So yeah.
That sounds good.
So with
I'm looking
that,
forward to that.
yeah, I plan on releasing that by the end of the year, and just continuing to work on creative things, collaborating with artists and stuff like that. So yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
A book from freaking middle school.
And people are still asking
That's
about
an urban
That's
like.
how you know.
It's like an urban thriller or something like that.
Yeah, and at that time I was reading like
What
a lot
happens
of
after she becomes a stripper? Like, where does it go from there?
You can't. You gotta.
I gotta read the book. Oh, you
Yeah.
gotta go read the book. That's too much.
and I might make it into a movie. Who knows?
Oh my
So,
god! Well, hey,
let's do it. Let's go all the
yeah,
way.
yeah.
All right. Let's go all the way.
That's what we gotta do.
Please,
those
a little
things are
soundtrack to it,
right.
You know,
Right, those
You
things
can
are
run the
selling
soundtrack.
these
You
days.
you get the artist.
creatives here, man.
Yeah, so I'm gonna. Yeah, she really inspired me when I ran into
That's
her.
what's up.
So I was like,
That's what's up.
That's your friend too. It's nothing like being inspired by a friend.
yeah,
you know?
somebody that knows you.
That really, yeah.
The Rae Roq series. You know what I mean? Something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. And then because you do that, you can still promote the magazine. In touch with
Everything's
that's how I always.
included.
Mhm.
Cross promotion.
Yeah.
Cross promotion is the best way to do it.
So yeah, that's kind of the thing I want to focus on. I might even take like a little hiatus from rock just to make sure I do that.
Right.
You know.
Is there a difference? I always ask this normally in the start. Is there a difference between who Rae is compared to who Rae Roq may be, or is there just one and the same?
I'm a Gemini, so I'm always two people.
There you go.
So there's not a difference.
There's not a difference. It's just like we take
different sides of the
exactly.
We take turns on the wheel. We
right.
Right.
Right. So I wouldn't say there's a difference.
Okay.
Just the Rae Roq is the creative side of me that I just keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It's the fuel in the tank per se. Okay.
And it's so crazy. I actually asked like Chat GPT who Rae Roq is, and it was like I was like, what?
What did it tell you?
I think I took a screenshot and sent it to my cousin Khadijah.
Was it on point or was it?
It was crazy. Hold on, let me see if I can find
near the point.
That's what I
yeah,
a photo. Yeah, you should do it and see what they say about Bumpy 103.
Wow.
Okay, I said, who is Rae Roq? Rae Roq is the professional name of Rachel Middleton, a multifaceted figure in the fashion and entertainment industries.
Nice.
Oh, these niggas know everything.
She's been active since 2009, engaging in blogging and other media
I
related
could have just went to
activities.
Chat GPT to get all your information. The fuck?
This says Middleton is the CEO of Rock Magazine, a publication that focuses on topics related to her areas of expertise. Additionally, she hosts a podcast, Boss Chick Radio, which may cover other subjects and pertinent professional interests.
Okay.
Damn, that wraps it up pretty
What's
damn
Boss Chick
well.
Radio?
That is like a little thing that I did 2 or 3 years ago. I just like let it go.
Okay.
I didn't really have the...
It was more radio-ish?
Yeah, it was like I started it on like Anchor FM.
Okay.
Yeah, have you heard of that? It's like how you sync the podcast into Spotify. Yeah. So I did that, but I just like kind of let it go. But they found it.
Yeah, they're gonna do
They're
they're gonna do their
government.
research.
Yeah,
All
quick
you gotta do is
too.
go on Google and search everything and just wrap it
Wow.
up. Into
Well, what
one.
was the
Yeah.
feedback when you was doing it? Was it decent or what was
I
it?
did maybe like one episode,
Oh, you did.
and like I wasn't consistent with it.
You
So I
wasn't
just
consistent with it.
yeah,
It
That's
sounds
it.
like a good idea though. I
Yeah.
like the sound of it, the name of it.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
You might just have to bring it back.
You never know.
Hey man, when you have your book, your elementary gangbang stripper book, and you mix that together.
Oh my god.
Elementary. That's what it is.
Definitely a movie.
From the mind of
That
an
book is a
elementary.
movie.
Definitely a movie.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that was me reading The Coldest Winter Ever.
What was that? Lowe's?
and
From the mind of a
all
student
that.
from Lowe's or something. Lowe's or something.
No, I was in BF when I wrote that.
Even better. I was in BF.
I was in 8th grade when I wrote
What
that.
did they call BF? What was the name?
The Booger Factory.
Oh, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
gosh.
And TJ was called what? Something else.
Damn,
We
I
called it
forgot.
something junkyard probably. I don't know.
T-Neck Junkyard.
Oh, I remember that. T-Neck Junkyard. Yeah. So,
Oh man, that's one I did not know. Yeah, bring that book. Right. Do that.
I'm
that.
there.
Anything that's creative that you may have not finished up on, do that. Take it up.
Yeah.
Freshen it up. It's brand new to everybody.
Right.
It's brand new to
That's
everybody.
true.
Nobody who heard it don't remember, and then the people that read your book want to read it again. So it's like,
Yeah, it's a demand.
Yeah.
And it's your friends. You know,
Yeah.
usually your friends don't support you like that.
Right.
So if you know if it's coming from them, like, yo, then you
Listen,
know, all right, you know, I gotta put this out.
You know
for
your
the world.
friends.
Yeah.
You know they all. You know how they gossip. So they're gonna
Mhm.
spread the word. If anything, if it's good,
Yeah.
they're gonna be like, "Child." Da, 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 and,
That's how it was when I had it. Like, they were talking about it, and she was like, they were like, "Can I read it next? Can I read it next?"
Oh,
I
look, you
passed
got
it
a book
around.
club already.
Yeah. A lot of people read it. Yeah.
That's wow.
So yeah, I'm gonna just
When you
edit
do
it.
that, let us know.
Yeah,
We'll promote it.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah. I would like to try to do it before the end of the summer. So yeah,
Okay,
for sure.
that's what's up. That's good.
Yeah, good
You
stuff.
had a couple other people up there. I know AO. That's
Ayo
Reese.
Tone,
Yeah,
yes.
that's
He's so
whatchamacallit son.
talented.
Huh?
It's
Tease,
son.
the barber.
Oh yeah, Ayo Tone.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
super
for sure.
talented. Super talented kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's
One of
dope.
his mixtapes, I think he said one of his friends, Dre Breezy.
Dre
or
the
something like
producer.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I came up with him when I was in school and stuff. Yeah,
It
shout out to
was
Dre.
good.
I always say come. He just did a different pod. I think at Tissa's shop, but I've been telling him to come by. Yeah,
that mixtape, I forgot what it
because
was called.
I
It
think
was
I
so
don't know.
good.
He used to produce. I think he used to do like a lot of religious music and shit at
Oh,
one point.
okay.
Yeah, he came up in the church.
Wow.
Yeah.
But then he's a producer. He really get into
Production-wise,
it, and
that young
they're
man
behind
is
his project. They're behind Tone's project and shit like
very
that. So
talented. Yeah.
that's dope.
Yeah.
Then you have Twan Don. You know, I knew Twan for a minute. You know,
Oh,
what I mean? He was doing
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Twan actually introduced me to Prodigy from Mobb Deep.
Oh,
Wow.
really? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows a lot of people. I think he got his clothing line, the upper class.
Yeah, he's doing that now.
Yeah, he's doing that with the
Yeah.
clothing line now. Shout out to Twan.
Yeah, that's big.
He's a
Prodigy,
good
What
kid.
was that like? You gotta
Yeah,
elaborate on that.
It
this was prior. Is this when he performed out here?
No.
So they did a show out here.
He came to a release at Jefferson's Boutique. It was I think it was in Bergenfield.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. So Twan was like, "Oh, come through, blah blah blah. I'm doing this thing with Prodigy," because I had interviewed him. I did with Twan. I did like a little documentary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
This is some time back, right?
yeah, like when I like a while ago.
Mhm.
So he came. He told me like come through, and I met Prodigy, and I was like, wow, like. You know, it was just like kind of like a meet and greet. I didn't get to like interview him or anything like that. I wasn't prepared.
Right.
He was just like, "Come through." I was like, "Okay." So
I'm
yeah, that was cool. Rest in peace to Prodigy.
Yeah,
but
rest in
like,
peace to Prodigy.
I remember that time because that store was like right there on the corner,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's crazy.
In Bergenfield. So yeah.
And then Vanity too. I met her some time back. I know she was rapping and she had the mixtape where she was like on the bike or whatever the case maybe back in the day. I seen her on there.
She's one of the first artists that I did like a video interview with, like a visual.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, she's also from Jersey.
Yeah, she's from Jersey. I don't
Yeah.
know what if it's near Jersey City or not.
She's
But
from like I think she said she's from Newark, but she was living in Linden at
all
the
right, so
time.
it's in that
Yeah,
aspect.
that
You
I
could
think
get
Essex. Yeah.
Essex. Yeah, you could
Hmm.
get everywhere. With that. What's all right? That's Essex County, right? And then we're Bergen County.
Hmm.
What's Hudson County?
Hudson County,
Jersey
Jersey
City,
City,
Okay,
North
that's
Bergen.
Union City,
Mhm.
oh down to Hudson.
the whole
Yeah.
Bergen line. Bergen line.
Yeah, yeah,
Down to
yeah.
Hudson. The parallel to the Hudson. Okay, so
I
it's
think
just
I think
Bayonne.
Bayonne.
think-
Where does
yeah.
it start though? Is it like West New York starts
I
it?
think it
So up
starts.
the
I
hill.
think after Edgewater,
It starts North Bergen.
North Bergen.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's
That's
Bergen.
right.
So Bergen is
North
Edgewater,
Bergen.
Hmm.
and then past that it becomes
Right.
Hudson. Okay, so it's on
Mhm.
that. All right.
Yeah.
I always because I always used to mix it up when I was like, I know Jersey is Hudson, but Newark ain't. Like
No,
Newark,
that's Essex
yeah,
County.
yeah.
Newark is Essex. Yeah.
Then you got Passaic County.
And
That's
that's
Patterson.
Towards, you're right,
Mhm.
that
Patterson,
way.
Passaic.
Passaic.
What
Yeah.
else? I don't know what else is on there.
Yeah, Passaic County is because I'm not from Jersey, so I'm learning as I go. And I looked at Passaic County. That shit is big as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
wild big. Like it's
Was
I
it
think
way up
Wayne.
there.
Clifton.
Yeah.
Wayne, that's all Passaic County.
Yeah, I think so.
Ah, well, there you go. The phone stay going off when people come here. That's the thing.
It's an alarm.
Oh, damn, you gotta walk a
I
dog
don't know
too?
why.
Last time nigga said the alarm went off, he said he had to walk the dog because the alarm.
No.
With your alarm
Dog walk
I got
alarm.
you need to
fish.
remember.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So since you interview people, you have any questions for us? Anything. You can ask us anything. Whatever you like. Pops in your head. Freestyle it, like you said.
Oh my goodness.
Put her on the spot.
No, I don't
sorry.
got no question.
This is like, no, I didn't come here to do
I want
that.
to talk about the current events though.
Oh, that's what you want.
That's what I like. That's my time.
Fuck
That's
all
my
the bullshit we were trying to do. Professionalism. Let's get to the juice, man.
Yeah.
We could Trump pardons. We got.
Let's go run it down from the top. Trump pardons.
He pardoned Larry Hoover
No Diddy. No Diddy.
No Diddy.
No Diddy pardons.
No Diddy pardon. No Diddy pardons.
No Diddy pardons.
I don't think he's going.
He's not pardoning.
He
Diddy.
said they asked him, and what I got from his response, he was like, "Yeah, I don't know about that."
Yeah, he said I gotta check the
He
facts.
said.
Right.
He said
It said 7%. 7% of him.
It's funny because
Yeah.
he said, I know him very well back in the day. He used to be real cool, but lately when I tried to become president, he didn't like me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so you know how that
You know how
goes.
Geminis are. Like
I think if any other rapper,
when the mind is
I think
made up.
Kanye, if he got locked up, he would pardon Kanye.
Yeah,
I think he did.
that's his friend. He loves him.
Yeah. Somebody like
That's
that.
his Gemini brother.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy. Wait, Trump is a Gemini?
Yes, his birthday is June 14th. He got the same birthday as my cousin.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Oh, he's
Mhm.
definitely pressing the button. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Pressing the button.
I'm a Pisces. I'm
okay.
as bad as I could get. Well, I could get a little worse. But I'm just saying, like, I know the duality shit.
It's the
Nigga,
same thing.
You might wake up one day like, fuck it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Like
That's hilarious.
And the thing is, like Geminis, when we feel something, when we believe it, like that's it.
yeah, straight up. That's it.
it.
There's no turning away from that.
So,
There's no turning away from that.
yeah, but Larry Hoover and
Well, I think it's something that he's pardoned, but he's still. I don't know if he's a halfway house or something, but he supposedly had.
Who, Larry Hoover?
Yeah,
he's in a halfway house.
I don't know if he's pardoned like
How old
completely
is he?
free. He's
mad old.
got to be in his. He got locked up 72, 73.
Yeah, his
So
60s
that's-
or 70s.
So he's in his probably 70. I think he locked up when he was 20 something.
Mhm.
So yeah,
That's horrible.
the main chunk
The
of your
whole
life. Main chunk of your life.
The whole life.
But he's been relevant and he's been talked about. So
Well, he started something that's still relevant. So
Right.
it's just in a whole different direction.
right. Like everything else.
And people keep on saying if you brought someone like him or Martin Luther King's back, they wouldn't be able to change the mindset of these kids now. I don't think so.
It's different. Like it's just different.
We're just used to. I say it all the time. I say, people get mad, but in a way, black people are delusional, and we expect to get treated as the people that run the show. And it's like, bro, did everything disappear in the last 60 years? Like, we're literally living in the 60s now, 60 years from like shit that's happening is
Right
just low
now.
key.
Yeah.
It's not just right in front of your face. They're trying to bring everything back right in front of your face.
I know.
You know, they really saying how they feel now. So, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? It's just like that shit didn't disappear. They just changed it into something else, into this little passive aggressive
Yeah.
shit that they got going on. That's all.
Unfortunately, that's how it is. Yeah.
That's the world we live in. But he also pardoned that guy Todd Chrisley. He's supposed to be
Who's
like
that?
he's this effeminate male that has a family. He comes off very that way. And he has a reality show. They're blonde, white.
Oh my, yeah, I know you're talking about. Him and his wife. Yeah, I used to watch that show. I ain't gonna lie. He do
With
seem
the-
like he's gay, but he's not. Or
He's
we don't
very
know.
effeminate. He's
But
very.
they're
I never seen
southern.
that.
They're southern. Dad, what's the show called?
I don't know,
Christy.
something with the
Christy and something
Christies.
Christy.
He got a daughter. The daughter is what got him off. The daughter is with Trump in that side.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
got in his ear and got him. And they was frauding. They was getting money off him. All. They were already rich, but they was getting money off of people and shit like that.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's on the news. They made that a big thing. Like, yo, Trump, he pardoned them, but also he pardoned Larry. So it is what it is.
I don't really understand the reason behind it. It's like,
Pardons?
yeah, is it like
I think it's just
for black people? I don't know.
I think it's the show.
It's not all black people because the Christie, they're
but the black ones get noticed.
White.
Yeah, yeah.
But the black ones that get let out are celebrities and they get noticed.
Well, they get noticed to us because we know them, but not everybody else.
But they'll put it on the news. Lil Wayne got pardoned by Trump. They'll put it on the news. It's on the news regardless. So regardless if niggas know them or not, they know that someone like that
That's true.
is being like, true. Yeah. So and it could be,
but it just depends on if you know them or not.
It definitely could be a chess move. Here, I did this.
Right. That's what it seems like.
Definitely,
that's what it's given.
And in the meantime, while y'all motherfuckers think that they're only going to deport brown, Latin speaking people, this nigga about to turn it up, yo. He's about to turn it up.
Yeah, everybody goes. It's for everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
Anybody goes.
The immigrants that aren't brown could stay. Because there's a lot of just Irish. There's like people that came here from. Yeah, they're people that are illegal too. That.
Well, he just brought all those.
Oh, the South Africans.
Yeah.
That they said the South Africans. Yeah, that's so they could live amongst their white brethren and do as they do. Because they might not be able to do that over there.
Yeah, because over there they're basically the ones that's like.
They're the minority for sure.
They're the minority over there.
But the minority still runs it.
Not really, because they're not.
They're
not living too great over there.
No, there's been
us over here.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
There's been a change in certain aspects over there in Africa, so I can't say that they fighting certain people. I think they was fighting the French out of certain areas that took over and shit.
Definitely the French.
The Dutch took over all that. I just learned that my name comes from a Dutch name, so I probably had some Dutch fucking masters and shit. Literally.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't figure that out. But yeah, that's in the news. But what people really want to talk about is the Megan and Tory.
Oh boy.
Let's get to the Megan and Tory.
Yeah, that's what we want to talk about. I just felt like it was something
I woke up. I woke up to the
it,
news coming out, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't mean to cut you off."
No, I said I never liked it.
You never liked it from the get-go?
No.
First of all, they were drunk. They were all fucked up. So,
and they shouldn't have had a firearm under that influence like that.
You should never have any kind of weapon while you're belligerently drunk. Belligerently, meaning you're doing all this.
That shouldn't have been nowhere around.
I think it was a driver.
Allegedly, they said it was security. Allegedly,
where was security though?
Right
in the car. It was a security or was it a driver? I thought that it was the driver that might have acted as security. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I don't know about that. All I know is if you got shot in the foot, in the toe, in any aspect, or a fragment hit you at a certain speed, that shit would not be walked upon for months.
Right.
If anything.
Yeah, matter
You
of fact,
can't
it's gonna
go-
hurt you the rest of your life,
bro.
When
When it rains,
Yeah.
walking,
she
dancing,
was
anything.
twerking
Mhm.
2 weeks
was. He
later
definitely was.
But did you see the video though?
of her walking.
No, the video, the police video that they showed asking her questions. She was like, "Can I get in trouble?"
Mm-hmm.
And then they said, "What happened to your foot?" She was like, "Oh, I stepped on some glass where I came from.
Yeah.
This is bad for my image."
I need
Yeah.
to watch that.
Yep.
Yeah,
I need to
I
see
saw
that
it on
video.
TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah.
The whole video.
You can see
Yes,
all the
yes.
videos is out. They had a video. I didn't look at it. They had a video about the shit that happened to Tory. I was like, I want to see this.
Oh
shit.
yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I saw that. I saw that video.
I
did
saw a
not see
piece
it.
of it and I was like, I
I
can't
didn't want to
look
see
at
that
it.
shit.
I had to watch that one.
How did that look to you?
It looked like it was like some real prison shit. It was a real prison video.
Damn.
Like he was
He just ran-
stabbing him. He was stabbing him.
That's crazy.
That's messed up. But you know, like I said, that interview she did with Gail was so telling. When she did the fake crying with the no tears.
The white
I
tear.
gotta see that one again.
I call that.
Because it kind of like
Yeah.
she turned me off. I couldn't watch it all at that time.
She was like, he pointed the gun inside the car and said, "Dance, bitch." I was like,
lying.
This talk about the gun going off in the getting shot from in the car. I don't know, whatever. But you said that the not tears. I call that the white women tears because they all and then nothing happens and then
it
someone
was
gets
no
killed
tears.
somewhere. Huh?
It
Yeah, I
was
know.
no tears.
It's fake tears. That shit
The
is.
They were
dance.
at Kylie Jenner's house, right? It was a
Yeah.
Kylie
This
Jenner
is-
party.
Yeah.
And I heard that they were mad because he was flirting with her.
Mhm.
They left him. This is where it gets
Oh,
crazy.
they left him.
Bro.
He should have stayed.
No, this is what
Yeah.
happened.
Right.
No. That would have
I
happened.
wouldn't have left. I would have seen him.
This is what happened. This is what
Yeah.
happened. What's the other girl's name? Kelsey. He was knocking Kelsey down.
Both of them.
No,
Yeah.
he was knocking both of them down. But Kelsey thought he was only knocking her. Oh, he was only fucking with her and not fucking with Megan. She found that. That's what the fight was about.
Mhm.
Right, I heard.
That they found. So when they go to when he gets in good with the white girl, Kylie. He trying to get this too.
Fact.
So they leave.
Fact.
So they leave, and then
And I guess they
Megan.
figured out that-
No. Megan was upset about the whole shit,
Yeah.
and was like, and lied and said, "I left something back there." They turn back around. She goes in there and gets this nigga and brings him back in the car, and then they leave, and that's when the whole fight starts.
Why? But like,
Bro,
why?
I know.
Like, there's no like, how you gonna drag me out this part? I get it. He's mad little paws and she's mad big. But
Yeah.
like, still no way. You're not getting me out this pool or this party.
I got
with
knocked
Kylie
this
Jenner.
down
I'm
first.
not leaving. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Y'all figure it out. Y'all can hate me, but I'm not leaving this party.
Especially they all fighting and who want to be around that?
Right.
But that's how
Exactly.
that whole shit
Ah.
started. Like, that's the thing. It's like, bro.
So basically, she went up there, committed perjury, and it's fine.
Right.
Is it okay?
I watched it
now?
today in Miami on a swimsuit, a fashion show, walking, strutting like nothing ever happened.
That's
bro.
crazy.
That's how they're going to do it. And her and her people are going to say it's over already. He was found guilty. That's all they got. That's all they can say. All they can say is this is old. It's already been presented, but I don't think it was really presented like that. I think they knew about it and they did things so it wouldn't be presented. But because they knew about it, they said this is nothing new. But it hasn't been presented, and now it's being presented to public opinion. And public opinion, since the phones come out, has this whole world where they could force people to do shit.
It's a lot against him too. He's not American. One,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? He wasn't really signed to anything. Like he basically, he said
He was
He
independent.
cracked the code.
He wasn't with Rock Nation.
He wasn't with Rock Nation. And what's the name was? Megan was.
Yeah,
at that
that's
time,
their
she was down.
investment. They're not gonna let that go.
Nah, not at all.
That's their whole thing.
Not at all.
Because it went from I stepped on glass to the cops knowing the glass to seeing the bottle to all that shit to her going into her in the hospital telling the doctors that she still stepped on glass or whatever.
I mean, yeah, you can't lie. What you gonna say? I got shot in the foot.
But
And you're gonna go to the doctor and say I got shot in the foot. They're gonna be like,
No,
where?
Right.
They have a picture. They show a picture of her feet laying on the thing. It doesn't look like she got shot. So
Crazy.
And they're
Crazy
trying to say
stuff.
that the whole dance bitch was never said.
That it,
Who's gonna say that?
That would be funny.
she said that on the Gayle King.
She
Dance
also lied about.
She said that on national TV.
She also lied about sleeping with him, not sleeping with him.
Yeah, right.
And then on the documentary said, "Why I did lie." She
She
admitted
just came
to
out with that like
she
yeah,
admitted
this
to
year.
lying on the documentary. So how can we trust you if you
Put her in jail, man? She need to go to jail.
It's funny because nobody.
It's
Kelsey's the
crazy.
one that really, I think, really did what happened as
She
far
kept
as
her mouth
shooting.
tight. She's
She pleaded the fifth. She pleaded the
She
fifth.
said, "No, I don't even know what she looked like."
Even she's bad. She's bad. To
She
me,
is.
I like she looked.
Kelsey,
To me, she looked better to me than Megan a little bit. Maybe because I just don't like Megan,
Right.
but because the attitude could really fuck up how you look. Like honestly, women gotta understand you could be a goddess, and if your attitude ain't, then you ain't to me. Like
Right.
that kills all that shit. So yeah, like she was like whatchamacallit, but they fought over that nigga. She got emotional. She was drunk. She shot to scare the chick. She got out of the thing. She dropped the bottle. She stepped on the glass. The cops came.
That's crazy.
Wild.
Man.
Nigga went to jail. Closed his mouth. Didn't want to snitch. Didn't want to go on. Or either he didn't want to go up there, or it was something that was the reason why he didn't tell. But a lot of people said you should have just said it. Niggas mix up snitching and ratting with just telling. Like
telling the truth.
Yes, just telling, not telling on any. Like you could be a tattletale ass nigga if you like. I'm not in the gang, so if I say some shit, I'm just either a tattletale nigga.
Nobody likes a tattletale. I've been hearing that since as long as I can remember.
Yeah, but the tattletale niggas snitching is boom. We did something together. We get caught. I ain't trying to hear that shit. That nigga did it. That's snitching.
That's a fact. I also
That's
right.
That's,
tattletaling is kind of
you just tattletale. You just telling what you be nosy
right,
or
right. Oh, well, that you got nothing to do with it. You just telling what goes on.
But at the end of the day, nobody got shot. So what is there to snitch on?
That's the crazy.
Well, they saying that he really, when they really picked him up, they didn't pick him up for shooting. They picked him up. They picked him up because they had the gun. Like,
and it wasn't
but they
registered.
But I don't know.
So it had to be the bodyguard's gun, security.
Yeah, but they're saying
I don't know.
They also saying they don't know exactly who the gun belongs to originally. It's a lot of that's the thing. There's a lot of holes in all the
and
information.
why the hell are they bringing a gun to Kylie Jenner's house? Like what?
It has to be the driver's shit. I don't know. I don't think Tory's just I got a gun and like it's gotta be.
They should have had armed security there.
But see, that's a lot. You deal with a lot of celebrities or people that's in the industry.
They got money.
There's that thing. Well, they got money. Some people don't want to spend the money. Some people rather give the money to their homeboys that they think got it.
No, that's never the right way to do it.
But that's
Never.
a lot. That's a way.
Right?
But that's a way.
Then they're going to jail.
But
right?
Isn't that the way?
Right.
Isn't that the way that most people do it? That's in that urban aspect. They get money. They be like, I'm gonna put my niggas on somehow, some way.
To me, Tory is not even that type of an artist. He's singer.
He still tries to be.
He
still tries to be. That's what fucked him
got
up.
That island in him. That island in him.
Okay.
And he's got
from Toronto.
And he's short.
Like
he got Napoleon ass.
Oh, the short thing. Okay.
Yeah, don't take that.
He got that Joe Pesci attitude. Like, fuck out of here.
Nah, he do. I'm not gonna say he ain't got no hood on him. Where they from is hood, but
he's from Curacao. That's a small little beautiful island. That's not. He's not from
It's still island blood.
It's not the same.
Island blood. And then Toronto is crazy.
Toronto could get crazy.
Toronto's crazy.
It's still not that crazy though. It's not New York.
It's not.
No. It's still not New York.
But see, that's a New York. That's a tri-state area mind state.
Sheesh, New York.
New York
is not the same.
That's what I'm saying.
But no. But you're right. New York is for the past.
But New York is like that.
Since like COVID.
No. New York been on this. New York been on this 80 shit in the 80s shit in the last 6 years.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Yes.
I grew up in the Bronx in the 80s. I could tell. I was like, nigga, if I ever taken a train now, I'm carrying a weapon. I don't give a fuck.
Everybody says that.
I don't trust none of these. Oh fuck! I used to go on the train without a weapon, with a care in the world, going to the city, doing what I'm doing now. No, but also New York has that we New York from when New York was New York mind state, and we tend to forget that there's other hoods that wild the fuck out.
No, it's way
Toronto
worse.
is
Yes.
not like that though.
Bro,
Toronto
oh,
has its things, but Canada in general they are nice people.
No, they are.
They're nice people up there.
But there's
Not
a
to
lot of
say they
there's a
don't
lot
give it
of
up, but
there's a
it's
lot of
not
West
like-
Indian blood up there too.
That's the thing.
Exactly.
Toronto is kind of like
Indian too.
it's kind of like the Brooklyn of Canada.
Canada.
Yeah, you have a lot of Caribbean people in one place.
Facts.
So
And
that
when you have all that high blood pressure, what's gonna happen?
exactly. Yeah, I get it.
There's a lot of high blood
But
pressure.
it's still not as crazy.
Or that spice.
No, you're right.
It's still not as
Or
I
crazy.
agree.
Or that spice is gonna go somewhere, man.
I agree.
Or that spice going
Trump
somewhere.
talking about he trying to make Canada another state.
Yeah, they fighting with him on that. They fighting with him.
That's
Hey
crazy.
man, so the tariffs don't come from there or whatever. You get
I guess
tariffs
because
in
it's really was all part of North America at one time. You know what I mean?
that.
Well, it
and
is North
Me-
America.
all of
Can't-
Mexico.
Mexico is
Mexico.
too. But
No.
Mexico ain't giving it up. He already knows.
That's why it was
No,
called the
because
Gulf of Mexico.
we already
This was
jacked.
Mexico.
We already
Yeah.
jacked most of Mexico, like California, Arizona.
yeah.
all was Mexico.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why it was a Gulf.
Vegas. I mean Nevada. Like
Yep, Mexico.
Yeah.
yeah, man.
We got something close to home here. I'm not gonna really talk too much about it, but there's a situation with Lady Luck and Kevin
Oh my
Lyles.
god, bro! I was just on that. Was that last night or the night before? That hit.
What happened?
That came out of nowhere.
So
Oh wait, I think I heard it on the radio. Something.
30 mil.
30 mil.
30 mil.
So Luck, I think, or her people.
Shout out to Luck.
Yeah, so shout out Luck. Shout out Chanel. I know she's never coming here, but it's all good. It's no biggie. Luck or her people put out I think what happened is Kevin Lyles put this out first. I think what happened is he thinks this was about to come out publicly, so he got ahead of it. And he put out the information saying that when she first got signed in '99 that he was making like sexual references towards her maybe that first year into her being signed or something like that.
That little dude, Kevin Lyles,
well,
that looked like Russell.
He was bigger.
Yeah.
He was fatter back then, possibly.
Yeah, but him, that's funny. He do look like Russell a little bit.
Yeah, he looked like Russell.
Like a clone, like a little.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, I like little in stature. Like they like
the bald
5.
head.
Yeah.
Oh. They all look like they want to be Buddhist priests. Just without the glasses and shit. Yeah, she's saying that it was sexual references towards her from what I understand, and I don't know how long it went on for. But Kevin is bringing this out and also saying that she was also close to his family. They're talking to calling his wife her mom's or something like that. Just basically close with the family and shit. So he's putting this out. I don't know exactly what Luxside has put out or what they promote, what they're attempting to do, but
yeah, I haven't heard her say anything on it.
She didn't. That's crazy.
She I ain't hear nothing.
I heard a little snippet of this.
I'm gonna say it's her people that's pushing this because what happened was, I guess, some time ago you heard that there was some kind of sexual situation with Kevin Lyles with a case, but they didn't say who the person that was saying this was. So I guess it coincides with that story from months ago. But now I guess it's getting. I guess he thinks it's going to get public real soon, so he's trying to step in front of it.
Oh, it's public now because now it's on TMZ. You know, all these other websites and blogs are talking about it. You know what I'm saying? I watched Harlem Legend TV. He broke her whole life down. I'm like, wow.
Oh yeah, because Luck got a pass.
Best to just stay out of the shit because everybody will break your life down right now. They don't even know you.
Yeah, but the thing I'm gonna say about Luck though is she did, because we used to rap back in high school. Like when we was in high school before she got signed, we used to rap and shit. So she got signed right after I graduated the next year. Then she went and it was up from there. And I know she had her back and forths with dealing with this and that and shit. and I think she might have got locked up here and there for
Yeah,
a
we was locked up
situation.
at the same time.
Oh, word.
She wrote me a letter in jail. That was the crazy shit. I couldn't even think. I'm like, how did she even do that?
That's wild.
That was wild.
That's crazy. So yeah, that shit is crazy. But I think where she's at now, because she came up in a very religious family and she's back to that. Like she's on like her new projects is like mostly in that aspect.
Okay.
So I don't think she's afraid to talk about that stuff too much, but it depends on how the public perceives you and puts you into them.
Yeah, that's real.
You know what I mean? I think that's where it is. But yeah, that's close to home right here. But I don't know. I don't have any more other information other than that. I just want to throw that up there.
Yeah.
Was there anything else that we ain't really?
Fire chick.
Who? What
Fire chick aired out radio. Yeah, she locked in.
Oh, okay. You went back on.
Homegirl, yeah. We live. We on IG.
Oh, you went on IG now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. You switch up. I know he has to switch up on that.
Gotta switch it up.
You know what I mean? But anything else? It's so we haven't potted in so long.
I know
that
there was a lot going on.
I've been potted with him in like a month or so because
the whole Diddy trial, Cassie.
Ugh.
Woo, let's not forget that.
A lot going on with that.
That was crazy. Like that put her in a hot seat. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, also her credibility. A lot of people are questioning her credibility.
That put her in a hot seat.
Well, asking for them, the FOs, is wild.
The freak asking for the freak off.
That's what they said.
FOs.
Basically,
she was asking for it.
Could it got to a point where she just
was desensitized? Is that what you're trying to say?
Like
it might have been fun at first.
Look. What's that?
We don't know her. We don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know. She might have liked it.
What do you call that when you get kidnapped and after a while you become whatchamacallit?
That's not Stockholm syndrome.
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I think all black people have. But
hell no, you kidnapped me.
No, I think all black people have a Stockholm syndrome in America. But
how?
The people that run it, nigga, we Stockholm syndrome.
Because we don't want to leave. How you don't know we wasn't here first though?
No, I believe we were here first. They just took over.
I want to leave. I don't want to stay here, so I ain't got that shit. That shit don't apply to me.
I think niggas ran into our house, took it over, and then gave us a story about how we came.
I mean, but that's beyond us, though. We didn't have a choice, really. Now we have a choice to whether deal with it or leave. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's our shit.
Choice.
That whole leaving shit is crazy. Where we going? We think we
go
going to Israel like those
right.
You can go anywhere you want, bro.
No, I know. Home is where the heart is. Anyway, back to the homestake thing. I think she kind of became like, all right, I'm just gonna be, because she pretty much was his play toy.
I think it graduated to, at first it was like, oh, all right, this is cool. You know, she might like girls and might do things. She's young. And then after a while, it just got to the point where you're just in too deep. You didn't know how far he was going to take that shit. I don't know.
I feel like she did not want to give that money up either.
30 million.
The lifestyle?
I think she was getting a lot of money.
Yeah, she got. Oh, you mean she
throughout the whole thing? Yeah,
she got that just for being with Diddy.
Yeah,
she didn't have to sing. She didn't have to perform. Even if she wanted to at one point, she got everything without doing that.
Right.
Yeah. That's why I say a lot of things with artists up here. Artists come from a nice area that most artists move to when they make it.
Right.
You're already there, so that push might not be enough. Right. Because you're already kind of settled in. That happened a lot. Happened to me. Happened to a lot of people I know. That's why I could say that. Because I'm like, yo, you can only move into a nicer area and do whatever else. But that's so.
I don't know, man.
She was used to that. She was used to that living.
Maybe she was young too. You gotta give her that. She was young. You know, he's manipulative. He's like
we're talking about time. Ready. We're talking about
She might have not been ready.
She was definitely.
And then sometimes you like things, or you think you like things, to the point where it's like, all right, I don't like this shit no more. I don't want to do this no more. But he wasn't letting her go.
All right, let me ask you. Let me ask you, as a woman, do you feel like if you're in a situation with a man, if you feel like you don't do certain things, or when you were younger, let's say, if you didn't do certain things or be a certain way, that you would lose that and that would affect you?
I feel like when you're young,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like young women are easy to be manipulated. And that's why older men tend to go for younger women. That's what I believe. So I do believe it's easy to influence a younger woman. That is 100% true. Now, if she was 35 doing all of this, she can't use that. You know what I'm saying? And then also she stayed, but also you do know right from wrong.
Right.
At the same
but
time.
doesn't that get
She
blurred?
tried to dip though.
I think. Yeah.
She tried to dip a few times. No.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, we saw.
She tried right that people time. That go back. Even with Kid Cudi, the whole thing, she was trying to dip off with him, and you know he was throwing Molotov cocktails in his Porsche, coming in his crib, putting the dog. No, he didn't feed the dog. He left the dog in the bathroom.
You should have fed him too.
The dog got PTSD right now.
Oh my god.
You need a bigger dog. You need a dog.
You need a dog. I know shit I can go kick in the bathroom while Shout out while I go ramsack the crib. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild. It's just a crazy situation, and I don't know. I heard someone say like nothing pisses off your ex like what you're doing for the new girl, and how he had Carisha on these award shows and getting all this stuff. Or I don't know though. It's just.
But also, Carisha was already a set and artist before he got to her.
Yeah.
And this one was, I'm a model trying to be an artist. But, and I'm going to take you from Ryan real quick.
Yeah, because that's what it was. Like.
Yeah, but if you think about the city girls, like, Carisha's not really the talented one.
I know, we know this. No. That's why she went. She can't really stand on her own. That's like why she went. Can. That's why she went and did what she did at the time. I'll give it to her when they first came out. It had like the Migos situation. When the Migos came out, it was only two of them. I always thought it was two of them till Offset came out of jail.
Right.
When they came out, JT was in jail, so she did a lot of the city girl shit.
Yeah.
I give her that. But she always looked like she was looking for a come up.
Yeah, she looked like she's. See, they're different. You couldn't manipulate them.
JT's a more
city girls. They was already.
Yeah, that.
They really was getting over on Diddy at the end of the day. Because it's like if you're not.
Well, she got more popularity out.
No money, or you're not doing all this, Diddy, we not fucking with you, and we're gonna expose you to all the shit you do.
And then Diddy was a lot older by then. Like he didn't have all that, whatever.
I think he was still doing they were still doing the Tootsie, because the Tootsie shit is rather recent. So I believe Homegirl was around for a lot of that shit. She just probably didn't participate like that.
We don't know.
I mean, she's not in none of the the bullshit
right now. We ain't calling her for nothing.
But we don't want to talk her up either. So
hey, whatever happens.
Yeah. I don't fucking know.
I just feel like they should have a little bit more sense, rather than Cassie at that time didn't have no.
Yeah, well, they was already like grown. In their mid-20s. I feel like when you pass like 25-ish, you kind of learned the game.
Yeah.
Especially,
I understand. People say your brain doesn't.
But Cassie was like 19.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't,
at that age,
you know why?
It's easy to be manipulated.
You know why I don't like that? You know why I don't like that term? Your brain develops completely at 25. And that's an excuse that we give each other, because what about all the motherfucking kids that are lower than 25 that get the shit right? And you just don't hear about them. There's niggas that get it right. It's just the motherfuckers that don't want to get it right, or somehow they just keep running into that wall.
No, you're right.
That whole
absolutely right.
25, then we wouldn't have kid geniuses. What the fuck are we talking about?
You could be a genius, but still your brain is not fully developed to make the right decisions.
You could be that and be socially awkward. I understand in certain aspects.
Not even that. Just to be on your own to make logical decisions. You could be a genius, but if you can't walk and chew bubblegum, then that's the imbalance of your brain.
I understand that, but I'm just saying we do give an excuse for motherfuckers doing that bullshit.
You don't really learn how to deal with like a narcissist until you had to experience that shit.
Yo, that's real.
I think
You
everybody.
know, that's
real.
where you
I
learn
think
it.
that's real.
And
I
here,
learned from other females dealing with
And here-
narcissists what a narcissist
and
is.
here I'm raising my hand because I believe or I think no more that everyone's a narcissist. It just levels to the shit. And
Not everyone.
I think so. You have to.
There's a lot of people that are, but
there's people that may be very like down and very like I'm not good. Like I've been in those spaces where you're very down and whatever, but it's still a narcissism to that because it's all about you. Narcissism is all about me. You have to self-preserve yourself. Make sure that's right. But the narcissism go up when you take it even further and further.
When you start acting, when the actions come out, you know what I'm saying?
So that's what you think it is. More, you're saying more of the action of it.
It's more of the action because you can have traits of a narcissistic traits, but you don't necessarily have to be a narcissist. You know what I'm saying? And then you're right. There is degrees. There is levels to it. Like somebody like Puffy, like Diddy.
Oh, he's
on
a
high. You know what I'm saying? High level
because he's had so much time at that level ever since. Not even that. The nigga since fucking promoting parties and getting away with the city college shit.
Well, they say that you're not born a narcissist. You're made that way. So either your parents were either overly giving you too much love or not. And with Puffy, you could tell his mom was dressing him up at 4 years old like a pimp. So you're probably getting so much attention from school, from other people to that. Now you just think that you're this.
No, I came up being the center of attention with certain shit. And when I didn't have that, I acted away because I'm used to that. But that's also why I take whatever creativity I have and I build it around me and I present it where I go. So that's where I went. It's more of a I'm narcissistic.
But that's more of a creative way.
It's an internal way.
It's not being like ruthless
and manipulating women, like manipulating, being a manipulative guy, just trying to get satisfaction. That's what that is. Like,
okay.
You're doing it out because I have to put you down because if I don't put you down, I'm not going to feel good. That's what that is.
Okay.
And until you like experience that one good time, you're not even going to know what that is like. Yeah. But once you experience it, as soon as you see a little inkling of that, you're like, oh, nah, hell no. Like, I know what this is.
That's a fact. And me not even experiencing it personally. Well, I did, but at the time I didn't know. But just learning about it, you kind of see the red flags. You can see it a little bit clearer.
Yeah, yeah. And that's something that only happens over time as you mature as an adult. So
yeah, I just think it takes time. For you at where you're at to get to a point. But I'm not.
But now
I ain't gonna put the line at 25. I'm just saying
you should be able to identify things now more easier than ever before. Definitely, it's just all it's all out in the open.
Yeah.
Shit.
So that's a whole interesting situation with Cassie.
It is. I didn't know Ryan Leslie because I seen Ryan Leslie.
I used to be mad. I was like, how you let? Then I was like, oh yeah, that is Puff. So Puff just took your girl. Like,
did you know that I didn't know he wrote Me and You? He was writing them songs. He said that was a big hit for him.
Yeah.
Like those were big
Ryan
hits.
Leslie is like a genius.
He's a genius.
He literally is.
I think he went to Harvard.
He did.
He went to Harvard. And he could have
very high IQ.
He could have been a super duper businessman. He chose music, and he took his go on YouTube. You could see him building beats, picking up the trumpet.
I seen him play every instrument in the room.
Yeah.
Yep. And that was like like 10, 12 years ago, like when he was like in that prime, that early 2010 time.
Even before, I think like almost 15, 20 years ago, like when he came out.
He came out a little bit before, like 2009-ish, 2010. Or maybe 2008-ish, around that.
Yeah, like 8-ish, yeah. That's a fact.
Because I was in Harlem, and I remember the niggas out there was like, yo, fucking Ryan Leslie, he's over here, he's doing this over here, so.
Very smart man.
Yeah,
very.
Definitely. But yeah, the news is crazy. Every other day is some crazy shit going on. Airplanes is almost hitting. Fucking tornadoes is tearing through people's houses. My man from The Wire, he lost his house. His son is in critical condition because a tornado went through his house and shit. You know what I mean? The one that be with Bodie and shit. the dark skinned one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The one that needs to play Havoc, and they got to do the Prodigy Mobb Deep movie.
Oh, okay.
That would be a good look.
Tornadoes is crazy, bro.
Yeah, they said it was supposed to be one coming up here, but
Yeah, I heard
tornadoes
that.
act different around here. Well, in the city mostly.
They need a lot of space.
Yeah.
And we got
really-
too many buildings and stuff
But
like that.
but a lot of it happens in South Jersey and Central Jersey. Like that's where
Yeah, because they got the space.
They got the space
Yeah,
down there in the
yeah,
They
land,
need,
so
yeah.
that
Yeah.
shit's scary.
I'm not trying to do it.
I don't like tornadoes.
I'm not trying to do it.
Yeah.
Bad enough we be getting hurricanes for the past
I
mean,
know.
it's been
28
raining.
years.
Yeah,
It's been raining.
the rain is crazy.
What? Anything else you want to tell the people? Make sure they look out for your magazines.
Yes,
Yeah, just
Where to
tune into
find it.
Rock Magazine at ROQ Magazine on
ROQ
all the
Magazine.
platforms: YouTube, Instagram,
All
Twitter,
of them.
everything,
Facebook.
Facebook.
Look it up.
Yeah, and I'm at
Chat
Ray.
GPT it. Goddamn
Yeah,
it.
right. 'Cause sheesh.
Right.
And,
Chat GPT that shit.
Yeah, I'm at Rae Roq on social media. I'll be releasing some books this year. So yeah.
Yes, doing the books.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Have a visual for the book. She's gonna come back when she has the books all done, or one book. Too. We can start with one.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
How much? Like how big? How many pages? Or
It's a whole like marble composition book.
Okay.
So it's filled. So I just got to type it up, edit it, and then I don't think that should take too long.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. You know what I mean? Elementary urban gangster stripper
Right,
shit.
right.
What? I don't know what the name is going to be. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He's like, no, don't say that.
That just goes to show you can't put limits on nothing. Look how things, you know what I'm saying,
Come back around. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Creativity is forever.
Motherfucking
It is. Yeah.
co-host with the most, dressed up like a ghost, looking like a Klansman. You know what I mean? Supreme Klansman,
Out, you know,
Grand Wizard.
check us out tonight. We at the Sesh House tonight in Kearney, New Jersey. We're gonna rip it down.
He gonna have this on.
I'm gonna definitely have this on. In there. Me, Juke 90s Baby, K Love, Da Vinci Production, Sean Bay. We just ripped the last show. What was that? Last Saturday. JR Talents, the Soundwalk NYC. We shut that shit down, so we're gonna do it again tonight. You know what I'm saying? Keep that energy going.
Yeah, I mean, okay, that's it.
All right,
That's
y'all.
Sure.
It's a wrap.
All right, Ray. That's it.
Rae
Yeah.
Roq in the
Rae
building.
Roq
Thank
in the
you
building.
for
Thank you
coming.
for coming.
Yeah, no
Pleasure.
problem. It was
Magazine.
cool.
Sure, anytime.
Yeah.
Like this is a home for
I'll
all
be
of
back.
us. So please.
I do the same as you.
You're
I
more than
put people on
welcome.
the platform that's
Yeah.
doing their thing, give them a bigger, showcase, and then vice versa. It works.
Cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? One hand wash the other, both hand wash the face.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
You know what I mean? With that being said, another episode of the not almighty, unstoppable, undeniable, almighty AWP Attention Horse podcast. Like I say, I do this for all my supporters and all the people that don't support me, because you're the gas and the fuel that make me do what I do. Peace.
All right.
Burn your house down.